What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we're back on F1 2016 mobile career mode for the Japanese Grand Prix in season 1. And yeah, first things first, go and watch Singapore if you haven't done already. That was an interesting race, but also because there was no me commentating over the background, you just got to hear the voices. Again, I've no idea why that happened, why InShot wouldn't let me record my voice, and again, I'm sorry for that, but I hope you guys still managed to enjoy the video nonetheless. Anyway, Lewis Hamilton's obviously already won the championship, and we're moving into Suzuka today, and I think this is going to be an interesting one. This is obviously such an iconic track, has got such a big F1 legacy, so will Hamilton be able to continue his form, or will his teammate or anybody else be able to bite back? Let's go to the grid.
Sunday afternoon here in Suzuka, Japan, at one of the most exciting circuits on this year's calendar. Welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix.
Anyway, here we are on the grid at the Japanese Grand Prix, and like in Singapore last time out, we've qualified in P3. So that's a really welcome surprise once again, and it looks like I'm really trying to find my feet in quali. And also, we're on the medium tyres as we rev up to 5 red lights for the Japanese Grand Prix, and we are underway, and it's a good start against Sebastian Vettel. It's going to be a drag race down to turn 1 against the Ferrari. Meanwhile, the pole man Nico Rosberg has got a great start. Hamilton slightly down the order. The German will be looking to capitalise on that and see if he can become the first person other than Lewis Hamilton, and of course that one-off occasion in Monaco where I won a race, to see if Rosberg can actually win his first race of the season as Raikkonen goes around the outside of me in the S's. This unfortunately is quite a strong track for the AI, so again it's probably going to be difficult to see if I can keep them behind, but anyway, let's see what we can do. I'll be honest with you guys, nothing is happening as we move on to lap number 4 of this Japanese Grand Prix. Only my tyres are on fire. My tyre temperatures are so hot and I'm really struggling as I'm being put under tons of pressure by Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. You can see in the mirrors and the proximity arrow in the bottom of your screen, he's all over the back of me as the Dutchman. Anyway, Rosberg and Raikkonen are so fast, they've literally just dropped me so much. I'm already 11 seconds behind them. Rosberg's fastest lap of the race is 5 seconds faster than my personal best, and again struggling tyre temps means that Verstappen goes down the inside as we head on the back straight now. Again, there's only one sample of DRS at this track, so there's only sort of one real overtaking opportunity down into turn 1, but also this into 130R is one of the funnest corners on the circuit, and also again could provide some overtaking opportunities. Anyway, we're going to see if we can follow Verstappen for a bit longer and see if we can get DRS off the Dutchman. But again, you know, my tyres are on fire, there's not much I can do, but qualifying on the medium I was hoping to go long and end up extending this stint. However, I'm just so slow compared to the AI, they're so quick around this place, and now the second Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo's putting me under pressure on the very next lap. Verstappen's already bolted. You know, he's a few seconds up the road. Jeff's telling me that the tyres are going off, but I can feel that, and they're also still red hot. I'm just struggling so much, and again, the fact that I qualified P3 is really generous, and look at that, Rosberg a 1:31.6, my personal best is a 1:36.2, so that's like 4.5 seconds quicker than me per lap. I'm not going to try and hold Ricciardo up here, but in the end I'm just going to see if I can delay him for a little bit longer, as I don't want to go side by side through 130R. Verstappen, I don't know if you just noticed that, 7 seconds up the road in one lap. Where does this pace come from the AI? I just don't get it. As now I've got 4-time world champion Lewis Hamilton on the back of me in the mirrors. But yeah, I said I qualified P3. Was that just a fluke or what? Or the AI just much slower in practice and quali? But again, Hamilton getting the elbows out. But to be fair, he goes round the outside in the S's. That's a very brave move. So to be fair, I've got to take my hat off to that. But again, look how far he's pulled away already in just sort of 2 or 3 corners to gap. Let's see when we go through the first sector. Already 1.3 seconds, and now I'm being put under pressure by Sebastian Vettel, who's another 4-time world champion. So I'm just going to let Seb go. I'm just losing the world to live with these tyres. I need to get off them as soon as I possibly can. But again, on to the next lap. I don't know where or how I'm losing so much time to the AI. Look at the delta in the top left. Raikkonen, 12.7 seconds up the road, and he's made a pit stop. I just don't know anymore. It's so annoying how the AI can just be so much faster than me. I don't know where they get all this pace from. Anyway, Verstappen, again, who's made a pit stop since I last saw him, is already all over the back of me. So I'm going to be miles behind him. But I'm coming into the pit lane to get off these horrible tyres. And I'm actually going to make things worse for myself. Or some of you might think I'm going to go onto the hards. Even though there's only 5 laps left and I could do the softs. I just think the soft with the tyre wear is just going to overheat like crazy, and I want to try and prevent that if I can. So I'm also going to alter the setup to ensure we have more downforce in corners. Anyway, we're coming on pit exit now. It looks like we're currently in P7, so as long as we stay inside the top 10, that shouldn't be too bad. We are going to be on a slightly slower tyre, but unfortunately there's a train just going past now with Button and Kvyat, and unfortunately we are behind them. Not Danny Kvyat again, please, I swear to God. Those of you who saw the Singapore video, obviously there was no commentary, but well, you didn't need commentaries to see what an absolute stupid Kvyat was being in terms of back marker. He put me in the wall and made me lose my front wing. And moving a bit further on, Ricciardo's got a fantastic run. I mean, look at the OP straight line speed of the Red Bull. There's absolutely nothing I can do there into 130R. The Australian's already got that place, and I'm down into P10. And unfortunately, it looks like this is possibly where we're going to be, as lots of the guys who were behind me managed to undercut me on fresher soft tyres. Anyway, now further on to lap number 9, this is Carlos Sainz behind me in the Toro Rosso. Again, the Spaniard just seems to be so much quicker than me. I completely cheesed the corner there, but again, to be honest, I'm still struggling on the tyres. They're still, you know, not great to be on the hard tyres. I know I chose to be on this strategy, but they're the wrong tyres to be on. I went for the wrong strap today, and obviously there what happened was, let me explain how Sainz got past me, made a little bit of contact, the screen recording saved to photos bit, I actually swiped it up, and in doing so I put a tyre on the grass that allowed Sainz to get past. However, I'm practically pushing him out of the final chicane, and in the end Sainz dives into the pits anyway. What a killjoy. And this is on lap number 10, showing how much I'm struggling with the tyres. I nearly have a spin there. Just the pure understeer is going to allow Fernando Alonso to be on the back of me by the time we get out of the Casio triangle. And on to start lap number 11, Alonso squeezes me off the track onto the grass. Again, talking about the AI being ridiculously stubborn and not giving up the racing line for you. However, the headline is Nico Rosberg finally wins a race in season 1. The German has got the better of the field for the first time this season. It's only taken him 12 races. There's only 3 left to go this season, but Hamilton remains on 10 race wins, and Rosberg and myself both on 1 race win now. And actually we're catching up to a lap car. This is the Williams of Felipe Massa, so I've no idea what happened to the Brazilian to be so far down. And in the wing mirrors now is Romain Grosjean in the Haas, so this is battling for the final point. I want to try and see if I can delay the Frenchman for as long as possible. Hopefully Massa doesn't get in the way too much, otherwise I'm not going to be very happy with him. So anyway, into the loop section we go. Massa, is he getting out of the way? Yes, he does. That's just fine. He goes off the track. The AI sometimes do, but it doesn't matter. And Grosjean now is going to be in the slipstream. He's going to have overwhelming straight line speed. I'm going to sort of defend. I'm really going to put the squeeze on here, doing exactly what Sainz did to me. I was a bit over aggressive, and at this point, I'll be honest, I was just sick and tired and wanted the race to end because of how painful it had been. So, bit my bad. But anyway, it's only 1 point. It's not like Grosjean's going to lose out. But it will be P10 for us in the Japanese Grand Prix. A poor race, very difficult because of the tyre temperatures and tyre management, and probably not the best strategy call from me. But apart from that, quali was good, so a very mixed bag of a weekend. However, there's your final results. Rosberg wins by over 12 seconds, so Raikkonen, Hamilton completing the podium ahead of Vettel, both Red Bulls, Button, Kvyat, Alonso and myself rounding out the points. And then a poor day for both Williams drivers, Bottas and Massa near the back. Gutierrez was the penultimate runner in the race. In the championship, everyone has scored points, of course. That happened quite a few rounds ago. I'm still comfortable-ish in P6 over Max Verstappen, 21 points. I'm further behind Ricciardo, but Rosberg moves up to second, ahead of the two Ferraris. That's going to be a very interesting battle for P2, 3 and 4 in the championship. In the constructors, Mercedes have pretty much won the championship. I would imagine Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull and Force India, the top four, would stay as they are. But the midfield, McLaren, Toro Rosso, Williams still looks very interesting to see who'll come out on top of that. Then it's still Renault who are trailing the pack. Anyway, that's it for today's Japanese Grand Prix, guys. Please be sure to like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Let's get to 250 subscribers. If you're new around here, then do get subscribed so you don't miss any more of my new videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and join my Discord. Both links are in the description below. And I'll see you guys all next time. For Abu Dhabi, goodbye.